Okay. Here are the answers for the 6-2-1 review preview. So a function of the form y equals b to the x was used to start the table below. Complete the table and write the equation of the function. So we have to figure out what x it is. So if I looked at x, I want to know what number to the x power or the second power equals 9, and it turns out it's 3. So my function is 3 to the x. So I know that if I raise 3 to the 0, I get 1. 3 to the first power is 3. 3 to the third power is 27. 3 to the fourth power is 81. 3 to the fifth power would give me 243. 6 is 729. 7 is 2,187. And 3 to the eighth power is 6,561. Problem number 85 says if x equals 7 to the y, how would you write this equation in y equals form? Explain. So you would write it as a logarithm. So 7 is going to be my base. And y is the exponent. So I write it in the form the log of 7 of x, and it equals y. Problem number 86, solve for n. So it's n cubed equals 49. So I'm going to take the cube root of both sides. So then I get n equals approximately 3.66. Problem 91, factor each expression below. So in A, I can just pull out an x. So I'm going to get x plus 8. B, it looks a little confusing, but it's actually the difference of two squares because x and y are both squared. 81 is a perfect square and z is squared. So it's xy minus 9z xy plus 9z. C, first I'm going to pull out a 2. And then I would box and diamond, or I would just factor. So I get x, 8 and 1, so it would be a positive 8 and a negative 1. And then for D, I would factor. So for 4, I could use 2 times 2. And then you get 11, so I'm going to do 1 times 4. And I want a negative 11, so it's negative 4 and positive 1. Problem 92, I'm going to add or subtract. So for 2, I already have a common denominator, so I'm just combine like terms at the top. So negative x plus 3x is going to give me a 2x. 2 plus 6 is going to give me 8 over x plus 4. So then I want to simplify it. So I can pull a 2 out of the top. These cancel out, so my final answer is just 2. For B, I'm going to get 3 plus x, or x plus 3. Then my denominators are already the same. So the x plus 3s are going to cancel, so I'm going to get 1 over x plus 2. Problem letter C, I find a common denominator, so I'm going to multiply both sides by each denominator. So the top, I'm going to multiply it by x minus 1, bottom x minus 1. This side, x minus 2. So I get 3x minus 6 over x plus x minus 2 times x minus 1 minus 2x minus 2 x minus 1. So I combine like terms on the top. 3x minus 2x is x. Negative 6 minus negative 2 is negative 4. and I can't simplify, so that would be my answer. So D, I want to find a common denominator, so I'm going to multiply them by each other. So this side, I'm going to multiply the top and the bottom both by x. This is going to be by x plus 2. So I'm going to get 8x plus 16 over x times x plus 2 minus 4x over x times x plus 2. So in the top, I get 8x minus 4x, or 4x plus 16. And I can actually leave it like that or multiply it out, and there's nothing I can simplify. So that would be my answer. Problem 97, solve the equations for x. You should be able to do all these problems without a calculator. Choose at least one from each row. So for the first one, I'm going to make this my exponent. So I have x to the first power equals 25. So the answer is 25, x equals 25. For B, it's 3 to the x equals 9. So x must be 2, because 3 squared is 9. For C, 7 to the third power equals x. 7 to the third power is 343. For D, it's 3 to the 1/2 equals x. So 1 raising something to a fractional power is a square root. So I'm doing the square root of 3 equals x, and I'll just leave it like that. For E, I want x to the third power equals 27. So it's 3, because 3 to the third power is 27. And for F, it's 10 to the x equals 10,000. So I would get 4. And the easy way to think about this is there's 4 zeros, so x is going to equal 4.